You are the light, divine feminine. You are the creative light that is always guiding the connection, that is always guiding divine masculine. Today I want to talk about what happens when the energy suddenly feels like a loss. What happens when it suddenly goes quiet? You no longer feel them. You no longer see the signs. You no longer see your spirit guides, your animal guides. The music stops. Everything goes deadly silent. Like, were you even on the journey? Was this even a journey? What is this? You're now not feeling them, but there's now no spiritual signs or synchronicities. It feels like a dead line. And at this point, it can feel like doubt rises in such a big way. And it can feel grief, it can feel loss, it can feel, what are you doing? And you start to really question beyond just the physical. This journey, there will be times on the journey, it happens to every single twin flame, when the connection will go silent. And the reason for this is because there is a recalibration happening. On the journey, there are upgrades that happen as you shift into those higher frequencies and you start to fully embrace that ascension frequency. You fully embrace that conscious, that divine energy. You will go through these frequencies where it feels like nothing. Only then for it to come back even stronger. And you're like, what? I couldn't feel anything, and now I'm being bombarded by numbers. I'm being bombarded by their name. I'm now starting to see them show up. And at this point, I often talk about this point as the peacocking energy. From seeing nothing to then starting to feel that peacocking energy, and it starts to hit you from everywhere. Number sequences, the dates, the name, the seeing them maybe even in the physical, your spirit animal guide. Certain music now is talking to you in ways that it never talked, and it's talking at a soul level. This is because at this point, that peacocking energy is really strong. And at this point, it is asking you as that divine feminine to hold that energy and hold that frequency. This energy normally trips divine feminine up, and it can trip you up time and time again. This is like a little warning video or a little bit of motherly advice of hold your energy, hold your frequency. When divine masculine is ready, they will take the action. Remember, your work as the divine feminine, you work in the 3 higher chakras. Your work is to alchemize the energy, is to work in the 3 higher chakras. Their work is the lower 3 chakras, and that is all about taking action, moving forward. But if you're always doing the moving forward, it doesn't allow divine masculine to fully embody and take that action. The silence is there for the recalibration. So in the silence, it's also asking you as a divine feminine to come into that inner union, to fully embody those divine sacred frequencies of the feminine, to start to work on that inner union frequency, to align with your original soul's blueprint. This is the key. And wherever and I've worked with quite a few people this week where they've been really in the distorted energy of it, just so focused on the divine masculine. That's not this journey. You know, soulmates can heal together. Divine counterparts cannot. They are both whole and complete. It is not about completing each other. They have to come into that inner union. They have to fully embody that soul essence, that divine sacred frequency, to then be able to come and hold the frequency. Remember, you are already one. It is learning how to fully embody it in the 3D. And so the silence happens for the recalibration. Do not fear the silence. Go deeper within that silence. Allow yourself to be seen. Fully embody yourself. Ask yourself, and place your hand on your heart. What do I need? Where am I not showing up for myself? Where am I betraying myself? Where am I abandoning myself? Where am I allowing fear to dim my light? Where am I allowing my feeling of being too much or not enough to hold me back? This is about the divine feminine standing in that light, being that light, fully embodying that light, but in that grace, in that beautiful, graceful energy. The silence is there. The silence actually is when everything changes. Do not fear the silence. Do not fear when you don't hear anything, when everything stops, the signs, the synchronicities, the numbers. Just know that in that energy, you are being asked to go deeper. In that energy, there is going to be a recalibration. And when that energy then starts to come back in, because remember, twins are always orbiting. One soul recognition has happened. You are now always orbiting. Sometimes it will pull apart slightly, but it's not fully apart. It's just stretching. And in that stretching, it allows both to go deeper, both bodies. The one soul is learning how to fully embody here in the 3D. And then when it starts to come back in, it's not so you can go running and go into that, let me save you, let me help you. No, the divine masculine must meet divine feminine in that sacred frequency. The divine feminine must hold that frequency in that creative life force frequency, that original soul's blueprint. The divine feminine must embody that priestess frequency, those cosmic codes of the divine feminine. If you need more help, whether it's understanding the twin flame journey, whether it's learning how to work with those sacred feminine codes and really fully embody your sacred gifts, learning how to work with your frequency, with your spiritual gifts, then my website is there. It's the 3Ws catsacredsoul.com. 3Ws catsacredsoul.com. And just to let you know, I will never private message you. I know a few people have said that there is a few other accounts that look like me. I know it's on Instagram. I know it's on TikTok. I am trying to get them closed down. They are not me. I will never DM you, ever, ever, ever. I'm too busy to DM you. So just know that if you want more information, if you need more help, my website is there, 3Ws catsacredsoul.com. It's there to help and support you, to give you that energetic upgrade, to help you and support you so you hold that frequency, so you don't go into the lack, you don't go into the endless searching, you don't go into the fear frequency. I send you so much love. Have a beautiful, blessed day.